This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so Lil Baby and Lil Durk are the new duo that are coming through to save your album. If you need sales, you go to these guys now. It used to be Drake. Drake used to be the golden boy that would bring sales to your album. And I think he still is to a certain aspect, but I can name two albums in particular that this duo has saved just in the past couple months. They're doing pretty well for themselves. Everybody wants Lil Baby on their album. I think he was on, and Lil Durk. They were both on Drake and Kanye's album, helping them sell more records. But in particular, who did they really help the most? Meek Millie. Meek Millie, Expensive Pain. Okay? Let's go over the songs that were on that. Okay? Now, the album it wasn't that great compared to, like, for a Meek Mill album. Let's just say that, okay? But this song, Sharing Locations, really saved the album. Because what's the other song on this album that's really like, wow? I mean, you could say Lil Uzi as well. But, you know, the Lil Uzi song was like, I don't like it when, like, people try to bring this feeling back of each song. Like, Blue Notes, the original Blue Notes that he did was really awesome. Loved it. But then, you know, you're trying to continue with Blue Notes too. He did this with Tony Story. He did this with a lot of songs. You can see him repeat this theme with certain songs that worked. He's like, I'm going to just continue it. I hate it when people do part twos albums too. I really don't like that. Just make a new album. Forget about the last one was a classic. It doesn't have to be part two. So, Sharing Locations, and I know the Meek Mill DC cheerleaders are going to be enraged when I say this. Meek had the worst verse on this album. I mean, all I can remember is Rolls Royce, ran it. You know, it just, there's nothing special. It's almost like he's a feature on his own song. Let's just say that. It's not Meek's best work. In fact, this song would have been better off being given to Lil Baby and Lil Durk. It just fit their style more. But anyways, this brought him to 90,000 sales. When he's used to doing, without Drake on the album, he does about 110. When Drake's on the album, he's doing like 150, 200. Okay? Drake was not on this album. A$AP Ferg has been kind of silent for a while. I guess the other act that really helped him was Moneybagg Yo. Giggs brought some European sales since he's so big. Young Thug brought some sales in, but Young Thug sells about 90K the first week. That's what he usually sells. That's what he's about to sell with his album he just released. But Young Thug's just different. He makes his money so many different ways and doesn't stress first week sales, if you notice. He really doesn't care. A lot of people, like if Meek, I guarantee you if Meek went number one, that would be on his Instagram. But he said he doesn't care about Billboard or anything. But if he's number one on Billboard, he absolutely cares. Everybody does, okay? It's bragging rights. Then we got Khaled. Khaled's album, Khaled. This album was pretty atrocious, I must say. I mean, not only did Drake save him on this album, and Drake gave him some throwaways. Grease. What is that? This one? Grease. It's like that song was like Drake woke up and just did it in his bed. He didn't even leave the bed for that song. Popstar was decent. The video was better than the song. And it doesn't sound like something Drake would even put on his album. Actually, I can't say that because Drake's last album was pretty weak. But what's the biggest song on this? Every Chance I Get with Lil Baby and Lil Durk. And I could tell, remember, they were working on their album at this time. This is probably a track they let Khaled listen to a bunch of tracks, and this is the track Khaled wanted. And he just added his like, keep going. Don't stop. You know who it is? We the best. You know, because it's like, but this is the high, look at it, I did 100 million streams. This is the, you could say, listen, we can't calculate Drake. I'm talking about without Drake. What's the biggest streaming song? Well, obviously, this is. Then the Justin Bieber song didn't even do as much as this one. Justin Bieber, 21 Savage, that did about 50. I think there's a song with Meek on here, too. Meek was allowed back in the club on this album. Remember, he banned Meek from his albums for a while when Meek was going through it with Drake. People chose sides. See, you gotta understand. Some people just aren't for you. If people show you who they are, just leave them be. You know. I see that Meek recently made amends with academics because he needs them. He needs them. Let's be honest. He needs everything he can get. He's one of those artists that needs everything. He's not an artist that can come out here and just, move units. Every artist is different. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, okay? I like Meek's music. I told you. I told you all the songs I like from Meek, but still, I'm a Meek hater. I'm critical of people just like people are critical of me. Now, DJ Khaled on this album sold about 95,000 the first week, which is pretty bad for all the names you have on here. He has Bryson Tiller, Her, Jay-Z, Nas. That song didn't even do well. Big Sean, Rick Ross, A Boogie. Imagine having all these features and you only do 95,000 the first week. Roddy Ricch, Little Baby Again, Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, come on. Post Malone. Jeez. Jeremiah, Lil Wayne, Cardi B. 95,000 the first week. Fail. Remember how mad Khaled was the last album? I think it was this album right here. Maybe it was a different album, but that Tyler the Creator beat him the first week, and he was like, "Yo, his music's weird. It's weird music. You don't hear it on the radio. My music, you hear it on the radio. It's just weird." He was so bitter. It was so funny. Anyways, this is the duo. These are the guys that'll come through and help your album sell above 50,000 the first week. These are the guys. Anyways, it's Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.